Welcome, everybody. This is Abacus Fish, and we are playing Hexcrawl Adventures via Roll20. I'm joined by 4 players today. We have James.
Hey.
We have Nick.
Hello.
We have Seth.
Hello.
And we have Sam.
Huh?
So what this is a hex crawl, which means that it's an open-ended format of role-playing. Basically, I have all these dungeons, towns, NPCs, treasures, maps, loads of maps. But what I don't have is control over where the party goes. That's up to them. The story is driven by the characters the players play. And with that said, let's meet some of these characters that will be driving the story for today's session. James, why don't you tell me about Guilford the Grand?
Guilford the Grand is a tall, lanky man with stringy black hair and well-tanned features, evident of a traveler's lifestyle. Unlike perhaps many of his kin, his hands aren't particularly calloused from work. He is known about the town as somebody who talks a lot about himself, but he doesn't really have the muscular, heroic demeanor that one would expect from all of the many stories he tells. And that is Guilford the Grand.
All right. And Nick, why don't you tell us about Tamrin Burrahobbit?
Tamrin is a halfling of average height for a halfling, which I guess would be somewhere around 3.5 feet tall. He I believe I have previously described him mostly as Sam Gamgee with a beard is sort of his appearance and demeanor.
All right. And Seth, why don't you tell us about Therum Smith?
Therum Smith is very much an average dwarf in many ways. He's an adolescent, so he's strong, and in fact, he's very exceptionally strong for a dwarf. But he's got a big red bushy beard and frequently carries around his battle axe. And that's Therum.
An adolescent dwarf, so that'd be like 35 or so.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, and Sam, why don't you tell us about Titch Kirkner?
Yeah, Titch is in his late 20s, but he looks older because he has a weathered appearance, and he's hunched and seems kind of skinny under his thick robe, but his eyes have a wide, lidless intensity to them.
All right. And starting our session, this is for everybody is in the party. That would be at this moment Guilford, Titch, and Therum. You are all you find yourselves waking up at the Benson's bed and breakfast inside the city of Vassith. Comfortable and well-decorated furnishings surround you while the smell of garlic and fresh-baked bread wafts in from the kitchen downstairs. The castle towers and church steeples can be seen over the rooftops from the view of your luxurious penthouse suite. The church bells ring, echoing into the building alongside the horses' hooves clopping sharply on the cobblestone roads below. On the ground, a dizzying mass of people whoosh through the thin but crowded streets. Tall row houses block out the morning sun, covering the city in artificial twilight. It is rainy. The dark clouds the past few days have finally delivered. For breakfast, there is coffee with heavy cream and sugar, a literal rainbow skillet consisting of eggs, bacon, fried potatoes, and those prismatic mushrooms you guys got into last session that you sold to Benson.
Chia,
And-
chia.
And sticky buns for dessert.
Um. So yeah, push to talk's messing up. So yeah, I've been up since daybreak, doing my various ablutions and prayers. I've long since finished eating.
Well, Guilford will wander down around 9, 10. He's happy with leftovers. He's used to it. So if they've already served all of the meals, he will scavenge plates. Oh, you're up, my friend. What's the story for today?
I don't know. Lots happening. Lots to talk about. Is that criminal with us?
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
hired him, didn't we?
gosh, I forgot about that. Gosh, I updated your experience and got you caught up on other stuff, but totally forgot about that guy. Let's just say he's off doing other things at this moment, as he struggles to exist in a corporeal form.
Oh, it's nowhere. I just wanted to make sure that he's joining me for my morning prayers and confessions and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's got to learn the light of Cosgrove to reform properly.
So he was here, but now he's elsewhere. So is it just the two of us? Nobody else here today? Oh, suppose it is a holiday.
When does
Well, Therum should be there.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there's Therum behind that very large man there. I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just sipping my coffee, enjoying my morning.
So, despite it being a holiday, I heard we have to work.
Well, that's good.
What's the holiday? I think I
The
missed
one
that.
I just made up.
So I guess I ask you, oh, what's the holiday?
Guilford the Grand Day. Celebrate my
Ah.
coming to this town.
Isn't that every day?
Yes. But despite the fact that it is a holiday, I am willing to work. Make this world a better place, as is the responsibility of a hero.
I like your enthusiasm, but I'm a little bothered by referring to your own day as a holy day.
There is a ruckus in the stairwell as footsteps approach. They sound like halfling footsteps. Probably
Pretty
three to 3.5 feet, you'd guess.
That's a lot of feet on a halfling.
A small.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Picked up some
Uh,
extras on my way in.
Guilford will go over and check out this ruckus.
So up the stairs, a figure that looks like a halfling, about average height.
Yeah, Tamron's gonna come rushing up the stairs, having never actually met Guilford before. He's gonna lock eyes on Therum, the only other person he recognizes, and hurriedly make his way over. Oh, Therum, I'm so glad I found you.
You're here. Excellent. Come to join us in our exploration of the town, huh?
No time for that.
What's wrong?
Erspic sent me. I don't even know where to begin.
At the beginning, I suppose.
Quick question, Abacus. This message is the near the border. If I were to just drop that in, they'd know what I was talking about.
It's the border of your. It'd be the border of your kingdom. Yes, or your holding.
Gotcha. Okay. And this event was what, a few days ago? A couple days ago?
Last night.
Oh, just last night. Okay.
Mm.
I'll walk over and
Uh,
I'll say, "Who is this little fella?"
Excuse me?
I don't think halflings like being called little. Neither do dwarves.
And I'll when he says "excuse me," I'll see if he's trying to pass. I'll move to the side. Oh, did you need some breakfast? You seem to have had quite a start.
Aram, do you know this clown?
Briefly, yes.
All right, fine.
We've been on some adventures. It's not so bad once you get to know him.
I'm no clown.
All right, fine. Well, I guess you'll need to hear this too. One of our rangers was killed last night, but it wasn't just killed on patrol. He was mutilated. It was
Oh my gosh.
he,
Do you know who did this?
no, it was some. It looked it was he was dismembered and strung up, and it like it's there's some sort of totem or something. I don't know. It looked ritualistic, like it but it was we don't know who did it. We don't know why, but he
What did this totem look like?
just just you've you've seen oh man, what do they call those things? Uh it was like a cairn of stones, just a vertical stack of stones, but that's that's not the most of it. The worst part of he had a there was a stone pendant hanging around his neck, and Therum, it was written in Dwarvish.
I will say that you have it actually, Tamron.
Okay, here, and I give it to him.
I am sending
What does
you.
it say?
I'm sending you the translation theorem in the Discord messages.
Oh, okay. Um, oh, I see. You're typing. I think the three little dots when people text you or whatever should play the Jeopardy music. That's what should happen.
In the meantime,
Therum is
oh,
Therum is studying the stones and reading, but Therum is not the most intelligent or wise dwarf. So he reads a little slowly.
Quasi-literate.
Yeah.
Right. I will look over Theron's shoulder and pretend to also be reading. I see. This is very disturbing. Oh, glance down at Theron to see if he is also disturbed.
Therum grows distressed and worried. Therum says, "This is a warning. From the dwarves of the mountains. It says, we see you. Every step trespassing in our home shall be another body in your crypt. We are watching. He walked on our land, so we kept his feet." This is concerning. Where did you find this again?
It, it was along the border, the northern border, eastern border. I'm not sure what the bounds of our realm look like.
Southeast border.
In the southeast.
It would appear that you've
Oh
been
wait, no, sorry,
encroaching.
southwest.
Yeah.
It would
Okay,
appear
well-
you've been encroaching on the territory of the dwarves. Have you been making new settlements near their territory, or what's going on?
I think he's a West Marcher, isn't he?
He was just on a patrol. There wasn't any. There wasn't any. There was no settlement party. There wasn't any expansion or hunting. He was just a guard.
Well, the dwarves of the mountains seem to disagree. They say it's their land. When was the last time that your people, the rogues, spoke to the dwarves?
I'll say James, Therum, and Titch make an intelligence check or a wisdom check.
Okay.
All right, Titch. You remember Lady Medina of Skybraid having a conversation about this.
Oh, I was going to mention that. I actually remembered that. Oh, but yeah, you can tell it if you want.
No, go right ahead if you remember.
Oh, yeah. She was just saying that the king placed the settlement there specifically as a buffer to the dwarves. Implied that we were
We've been there for a
being.
while, and they've never pestered us before.
Well, apparently the king knew something that we didn't. I think it's an honor to be the kingdom's shield.
Hold up. Let's pull out the map.
Insult the map.
The first bit of your sentence cut out there, so it sounded like you said insult the map.
Insult the map.
Oh gosh.
Insult the map.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey,
Oh,
I
this
worked
map
hard
is-
on this.
This map is unreadable. Oh,
Oh, guys.
Hurt the
Anyways,
map's feelings.
so you guys are here, right?
Mhm.
Or this is where your kingdom, your quote-unquote, your holding is, yeah?
Yeah.
Before that was Maurice's Reach here. And the dwarves live about here. So you guys are actually they're like it might be a little hard to visualize, but there was kind of this buffer, but because now you guys are in between Maurice's Reach, which was the most western side of the empire, now you guys are the most western side of the empire, and it's encroaching on the dwarves' mountain.
And where was the totem found? Oh, just outside of our encampment.
I thought they're using us as a shield. That makes sense. Because our encampment is probably on the border with the dwarves. Or beyond the border with the dwarves, depending on who you ask. Well, I think we should have it over there and hammer all this out.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think they're interested in diplomacy.
Maybe they just need to talk to other dwarves.
I suppose that might work.
We could meet with
It's a-
them,
it's a-
although without oh gosh. What's without Stickbeard around, we might have a harder time talking to them. The more dwarves, the better.
I
What
mean,
do you
we
say
could
we-
send word, but I don't know if we've got time to wait. We could lose another ranger before that happens. Before he gets here, I mean.
Well, would you rather talk with them or fight them?
I'm not interested in war with the dwarves.
Oh, good. Neither am I. We could talk with them. Maybe they'd be more amenable once they know that we're not a threat.
No, I'm not proposing this as our first option, but if Westmarch was to conquer the dwarven kingdoms, does anybody know how far that extends? Again, not proposing this as, what we're doing right now exactly yet. I was just curious what our new kingdom would look like. if the unfortunate were to occur.
Like, how far does the Dwarven Empire span?
Sure.
That you're not sure of.
Oh. I will leave it to my very extensive imagination.
And I guess, like, how much do we know about this particular dwarven culture? Like, are they particularly secretive, or um,
I really don't like humans.
yeah, I mean, they're clearly xenophobic, and dare I say, aggressive. But like, do they have any diplomatic relations with any other, uh, you know, cultures or civilizations or holdings in the area?
It doesn't seem like it, given that this seems to be the way they send a message. There are far more civilized ways to send a message than to leave a totem like that.
Actually, the only one at the table who's had interactions with them firsthand is Guilford.
Yep. Oh, I thought Durham was there. Okay. I guess I was misremembering. Yeah, I mean, they said a bunch of stuff about the human empire and how they were trying to encompass them, and I think they didn't cause us any problems, but we were with Stickbeard and at the time, so that might have been why.
You were with, that was with Hallie and Robert Shieldheart, I believe. Or
Oh,
Hallie was
Shieldheart.
playing Ficus.
Oh, there was a dwarf with us, and they did not cause us any problems. I guess as there wasn't a dwarf with this guy. I think at the very least we should go talk with them and make sure that they actually are, I guess, taking responsibility for this as opposed to, somebody doing it quote unquote on their behalf.
Yeah. And we're going to run into them and meet them at some point. Might as well take the opportunity now to clear up any confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Our responsibility is to protecting those behind our shield. If that involves bringing their lands behind our shield by force, so be it. But hopefully that can be avoided.
Yes, hopefully that can be avoided or figured out.
Well, shall we?
Okay.
Sounds like we have a
guess
plan.
We'll get
Yeah.
prepped
It's
for
a-
travel.
So check your
Sounds
total
better
haul.
than waiting for another execution.
Okay.
Maybe it's just
And we've
Also,
got some halfling leather armor that's magical.
yeah.
Oh, Cliff, I keep forgetting to ask, what are these 2 divine scrolls?
I thought you put them in your inventory already.
I did, but I don't know what what scrolls
Oh.
they are.
One is a cure light wounds. and the other is. I have them in my notes somewhere. Protection from evil.
Hmm.
Handy.
All right. Well, I normally carry around the Goblin Bane short sword, but and the ring of fire resistance. That's cool with everyone.
If nobody wants the ring of invisibility, I will take it.
Something tells me it would be a bad idea for me to have that.
The invisibility.
Yeah, halflings have a terrible tendency to just huck those in volcanoes.
Yeah. But you should use the leather armor if you want.
Yeah, unless you have something better.
The
I
halfling
wouldn't
leather
say
armor.
no to some. I wouldn't say no to some magic armor.
Should somebody grab a couple goblin grenades?
I usually have some on me. I think
Perfect.
they're actually on my sheet.
What's the
But
giant?
the ones on there should be like above and beyond. Like I took them out of the hall when I put them on my sheet.
Oh, gotcha. What's the giant ancient-looking leather-bound tome?
Gideon Goldfinger has that currently, and he's studying it.
Ooh, gotcha.
But you guys haven't followed up with him, so. You did a little bit in season 1. At the end of season 1, you did follow up with him, but you haven't followed up with him since.
Hmm.
It is giant. It's probably taken him a
And
while.
so the armor you're talking about is this +1 armor, kind of towards the top of the list.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
It's the only one that's specifically halfling sized.
For dwarves and halflings.
Which I guess would be an AC of 13 then? I don't have the source book open, but the leather armor on my character sheet is AC 12.
Yeah,
That
that's right.
sounds right.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you add your Dex bonus? Or maybe it does that automatically.
You're supposed to add your dex bonus. I don't know whether the character sheet does that or not.
I don't think it does it automatically. Hmm. Oh gosh, it's been a long time since I've had a look at this stuff. um, I mean, okay,
mine
so
does, I think. Like AC 16. Oh, I don't know if yeah, I can't set it, so it must be getting that from.
well, you can't set your.
Yeah, I can't set my AC, so I
Oh,
assume it must be getting it from math.
yes. No, I see. Yeah, okay. it doesn't add my dex bonus to the AC on the armor section, but it takes the information from the armor section and adds my dex bonus to calculate my AC.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Cool. There's also
Okay,
another
guys.
There's another +1 leather armor too. That's not dwarven sized. The game.
I'm wearing the Gambison.
Yep, that's it.
That's what you're talking about.
Okay, and I'll just put a note in here that Tamron has this.
I have a question. Does this inn have like a stable or like a?
This is a bed and breakfast.
Yeah, no, I get that, but like people that stay at the bed and breakfast probably have horses
Stables?
sometimes.
Stables at the gates.
Stables at the gates. Okay. Well, I was going to make a suggestion. We seem to walk everywhere, and we have a good amount of money in our total haul. I figure we could just try to buy some riding horses.
I don't remember how much they are.
I looked at it. They're only 75.
Well, I mean,
75 gold?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
because we have Lucky already, but
Yeah, I was thinking we have Lucky. That's it.
yeah.
Do
Just
horses actually increase your movement rate, or do they just carry stuff?
The increase, if you are all riding a horse, then you move at the horse's movement rate, provided it's not over encumbered. So you would move
guess I don't
much
know what
faster.
Okay. I guess since we never go long distance, they would be a lot faster.
Yeah, I mean,
riding horses are significantly faster than walking.
yeah.
Now,
We've just
in the
never
real
gone-
world, that's only true for about the first 2 hours of travel. After that, humans start to outpace them. But that's usually
We
how
never-
long we travel places.
We've never gotten close to it becoming night during one of our sessions, so we've never really had to worry about speed. But as we expand the map, I'm sure the speed might become more necessary. And of course, horses carry stuff, so that's
Well, we
nice
could go
too.
to more places. I mean, we usually have to come home because we're running out of time. I'd be up for it.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
Okay,
be
so
what, 225 gold? For 3
wait,
more horses?
you guys got to go to the stables first. Hold on, let me switch the map up.
Well, we could try to get like 6 and then put them up at the whatever, get them boarding, so that just whoever is in the group at any given time usually caps out at about 6, right?
yeah.
So right inside the gate, this is where Lucky's been staying. There are the place, doesn't smell the greatest. A lot of animal manure around. But there are horses kind of meandering around the pasture. Some on display, obviously for sale. The ones in the pasture, or this little park area here, it's kind of their little display window. You have various farmhands just kind of handling horses. There seems to be one guy in charge. He is wearing a capello, which I'll give you a quick rundown of what a capello is. A capello is like
that's when they're like group of people singing without instrumentation, right?
And it creates a hat. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it creates a hat. No, nailed it. I love it.
A beautiful, melodic, harmonious hat.
So Anyways, a Capello.
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
No, I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, huh, that's a strange name for a hat. And it is Capello because it's one L. Otherwise, it'd be Capello or whatever. But it's a Spanish hat. It's wide brimmed, kind of. But then it's got this like it's a beekeeper, similar to a beekeeper thing, where it's got this headscarf dropping from it, like a cowl.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's also wearing a poncho. And rugged leather boots, of tan complexion, slightly average than tall, with dazzling blue eyes, and he is a bit thinner than normal, but he seems to be the guy who's in charge. Oh yes, and his capello has a blue crane feather coming out of it. And currently, he's just kind of, helping one of the farmhands tie a knot for a horse, kind of thing. He's supervising.
I could talk to him.
I mean, whoever wants to approach him, I'm setting the scene here.
Oh no, I was asking my party members.
Oh yeah. Hey,
I'll say, fine, sir. I love your feather.
Well, thanks, mister. Name's Carson. And he holds out his hand.
I'll shake his hand and say, Titch.
Well, Titch, that's an interesting name. Where are y'all from?
What's our homeland called again?
West Marches? Oh, before that?
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess we're now from the West Marches.
Mm-hmm.
Before that was Atoll Grove.
West
Far
Marches by way of Atoll Grove.
Atoll Grove, I'm not familiar with them parts. In West March, I don't think I've ever heard of them. Wait a minute. Aren't you those peeps that just got knighted recently? You got that little dwarf knight. Yeah, like him. And he points at you, Theron. Only like he's all regal and stuff.
Yes, you're speaking of Stickbeard Smith.
That's right. Stickbeard Smith. Yeah, Lord Stickbeard Smith. Okay. Well, you are his subjects then. Well, welcome to the city of Vassith. How can I help you?
We're looking for horses.
City of Acid?
Vassith. Vassith, son. I said Vassith.
Yeah, we're in the market.
Just making sure.
We're in the market for horses. How many and what do you happen to have available for sale?
Well, I got some pulling horses and I got some racing horses. And I got some horses that don't really move at all. But you're probably not interested in those.
Those don't sound like very useful horses to me.
Yeah, we just ate.
What about horses?
We could get a couple donkeys for the halflings.
Why would I want to ride on a donkey
What, you think
as opposed to a horse?
You think I can't handle a horse?
That is correct. That is what I think.
You've known me long enough to know that that's not true. I just look at him and say, Goldie had Lucky, and now we have Lucky. Don't you know that halflings ride horses? I just look at him with a disapproving look.
Goldie was a dwarf.
Well,
Goldie was a dwarf, yeah.
Smaller. I mean, dwarves and halflings aren't too far different in stature, right?
I mean, you could probably, if you put them on a scale, you could probably balance a dwarf with 3 halflings.
right?
So how many horses do you need?
Oh,
6.
I forget again.
6 horses. Well, okay.
Ideally.
You already have one. I will note.
Oh, 5 then.
Okay.
What kind of
so
a horse is Lucky?
Lucky's a riding horse.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so 5 riding horses. So I guess that'd be like racing horses.
All right, 5 racing horses. Okay, so taking a step back, you can accept the market price, or you can try and use charisma using the NPC reaction roll to try and haggle him down. However, if you roll low, that does mean he'll charge you more.
Where's the NPC reaction?
It's you roll 2d6 and add a modifier based on your charisma. So if you have high charisma, you might want to risk it. If none of you do,
I mean, I do.
What's high charisma?
I have 18 charisma.
Oh, well, there you
That's
go.
pretty good.
That's
But
pretty
I
good.
think that only gives me a +2 either way. Is that right?
yeah, that's right.
+2 on 2d6 is pretty significant.
Oh, wait,
Wow.
shouldn't that be a 3? Like I have strength 18 and I get a 3 modifier.
They're all different bonuses. It could be anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Classic, where the only thing less consistent is other than the system is the schedules the players keep.
But I will say that +2 on 2d6 is better than +3 on 1d20.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say, well, sir, we're doing holy work for the kingdom, and then I'll try to haggle him down.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, is there an NPC reaction button?
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah.
I didn't see it. Oh,
Oh, look at that.
where is that?
It's under retainers, but I don't know if that adds the bonus. Oh no, it does.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 5
I
plus
didn't know
2.
that. I didn't know that was even there.
I think I figured
Look
that
at
out
that.
2 sessions ago. Because I might be the only one with retainers.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Max retainers 4, loyalty 7. Yeah, I don't know what the. Okay, I don't know what that means.
I figured I should get some because I have like a ton of max. I have like a really high max retainers.
Yeah, so you do end up talking. He goes, well, I'd like to help you on your holy quest, but I also have a holy quest in that I need to sustain my business. It is a religion of mine, I guess you could say.
I understand needing to look out for your own home, and yeah. So we'll just pay. Did it go up or is it just the standard?
Standard price.
Okay. So he has 5.
Yep. Yes, sir. 5 horses right there.
So I'll give him 375 gold out of the group stat.
Thank you kindly, mister.
Sounds like a plan. Now, what are their names?
That's kind of up to you.
We'll
Wow.
ask him, hey, what are these horses? We're going to torture you, Cliff.
Okay, well, that there's a fireball, and that there's turret, and that's, that one is mental palace. Oh,
my gosh.
This one's brainstorm and
this one's dart, and Yeah, brainstorm, dark, mental palace, fireball, and turret.
Oh, we'll probably just rename all of them anyway.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, you have your horses. Going back to the world map, I assume you're leaving the city.
Yeah, unless we want to get like barding or saddlebags or anything.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys actually won't be able to ride without that.
Oh, without can't ride bareback.
Oh yeah,
No.
saddles and like maybe like a folding footstool, so I can get on the horse myself.
And if only we had gotten a donkey.
Quiet, you.
These are like twice as fast though. Okay, saddle and bridle 25 per horse, so 125.
Yeah.
Trying to do mental math. Yeah, and put it to the group while we're here. Should we do like any saddlebags or barding or anything?
I'm good.
We should probably get saddlebags just for loot, right?
And just gear.
Yeah. Okay, so then does Lucky have saddlebags already?
Yes.
Saddlebags. All right. So that's only 25 gold for saddlebags.
Yeah, I'm used to storing stuff on Lucky everywhere we go. So Hmm. All right.
Go ahead and
Sorry,
plan your route.
Sorry, I can't do math today. I'll figure out the math while you're planning a route.
Okay. Where are we starting again?
Yeah, we're in the city, right?
I believe we were
City of
I never-
Asith.
up here.
That's the holding. That's where you came from, Tamron.
Weren't we over here?
The city of Asith is here.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
So we're down there.
I drew a line that was pretty close to. Oh, I thought we were starting there. There we go. It's not super easy to see because I drew it in black. Apparently,
Is it? We've all got
It's turned
this kind of
purple.
pinkish color. I'm gonna pick a different color for my character so it's a little easier to tell us apart. There
Okay.
we go.
The purple line is roughly our route, which I think follows the road.
It does. As you guys pass by one of the glowing blue orbs that litter the land.
Are those unexplored areas? What is?
Therum went there once. He can tell you about it.
Went where?
The glowing blue orbs.
Oh,
You mean the lake?
no. These things.
Oh,
Although I think we
Oh.
went to didn't we go to one farther? Did we go to that one? I don't think we went to this one.
Yeah,
I
it
think we went
was.
to one over here.
Yeah, it was that one. Yeah.
This one? Over here? On the west?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. They're still mysterious, but it made a snail disappear and then reappear moments later as a giant monster, and we had to battle a snail. It was not fun. We thought it was chaos. It's not chaos magic, but we thought it was chaos. What's the elf wizard's name? What's his name?
Colrus?
Colrus warned us against going near it ever again. It's not to be trifled with.
Seems reasonable. If it turns a snail into something to be feared, then
Yeah, it just made the snail, our size, and yeah, then it was spitting acid at us. It was not very fun.
Hey, so I understand, are you guys just going to Berry Pond or?
oh, that's right. I didn't go far enough. We're over here, right? Where was the ranger killed?
I
was right
think it
around
was
here.
right about there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that it's about 9 in the morning when you guys go. You guys follow the road most of the way, except for near the end. I'm gonna have so much fun deleting all that later. Oh, by the way, careful when deleting, because I guess you guys can delete some of the tokens I put down.
Oh, or something. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this now. I'm paranoid. Surprised you can't just click on get rid of all player garbage.
Doing the calculations. While I'm doing the calculations of you guys going to your house, this is a real long ride. So how about some Red Dead Redemption conversation on horseback?
I've never played that game, but I will do my best.
Or, okay, crawling through vents. Okay, crawling through vents conversations. Whatever.
I have claustrophobia and I'm very scared right now.
I reckon you should suck it up, young man.
Luckily, their ventilation
I've
ducts.
got a plan. We just need more money. For those of you who have played Red Dead, that was a very good joke.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll laugh. Uh-huh.
I haven't played the second one yet. I've been meaning to.
That would explain the dead air.
I've seen some clips. I'm trying to. Yeah, I've seen a good amount of the ride dialogue though. But yeah, if nobody else, I'm just gonna tell, stories about Cosgrove the whole time.
I will intermingle them with stories about myself. That reminds me of the time that I saved an entire encampment of orphans. Yeah.
Therum, the best thing about Guilford the Grand stories is that they're different every single time.
That sounds like an exciting life.
Therum comments, mutters, or he's just making it up.
Oh, all the greatest heroes are made up, so I'm in good company.
Made up of purity and righteous action.
Surely, yes, that's what it is.
Does anyone have any, spiritual questions troubling them? Do you want to confess anything? Cosgrove believes in forgiveness. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I confess, I feel like people have become envious of me.
Really? Who?
And I might be too tall.
Well, may Cosgrove free you of your delusions.
You guys make
Thank
it
you,
back
priest.
to West March. It takes you an hour and 45 minutes.
So this is the spread, huh? I've never been here.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, technically you as a player haven't, but technically.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh yeah, and part of my backstory is that I helped build, whatever the spiritual community worshiping space, if there is one.
It's this giant wagon wheel here.
Yep, that's where they all congregate.
Well, Timron helped clear this out, didn't he? This looks kind of familiar.
Yep. This is where you.
Okay.
It's been improved.
Yeah. I remember we came on this it was like a derelict castle fort type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that giant monster still in the cavern?
Oh yeah, the Kraken. Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Oh, this is the place? We've built it up, huh?
The Masons Guild built it up, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Paid
Yeah,
them to
I was
do
gonna
it.
say this whole structure down here wasn't there before.
That's an absolutely new structure, and then they restructured the old ruined tower. And even put a nifty little hatch there, so you don't have to slide the stone to cover the hole.
Don't we have walls now here?
You had walls to begin with, but now they're less porous. You also have a ceiling. Like, both these structures have roofs.
Walls and
good.
a roof? Oh man, we're living large.
All right. We
Okay.
have arrived. Now we have to figure out where to meet the dwarves in a place that we will not get ambushed and slaughtered.
If y'all will excuse me for a bit, I need to take a quick restroom break. I will be back in just a bit.
So
Um.
while he's gone,
Oh, go ahead.
were we going to make him lead?
Wait, what was that?
Or are we going to make him lead us into the dwarven kingdom?
Yeah, or at least lead us to the body, right?
Yeah.
I assume it's, well, maybe it's not decomposed yet. I guess it wasn't that long ago.
I was going to take this opportunity to check on the spiritual health of the community and to ask around to see if anyone else has had any interaction with the dwarves.
For the most part, like a lot of the townspeople, especially here, because you guys don't have really strong wall structure surrounding you, people stay pretty close to the buildings and the coast. Though they don't wander too far away from the coast because there are big fish that would eat you. But yeah, they stay relatively close by. So no one else has seen anything. As far as the congregations going on, yeah, they met up this morning. They prayed about Cosgrove. Those in the circle, when they see you, they say, "Hey, Titch is back. May Cosgrove's shield protect you."
May Cosgrove's shield protect you. May Cosgrove's shield protect you.
Yeah, but these guys aren't like acolytes of Cosgrove. This is more like a Bible study group.
Gotcha. Yeah, once my acolyte is done with the restoration work in what is that run ruin town? Nurton. Then I should build a church here and have him officiate this community in my absence.
So what is our plan next? We do need to meet up with these dwarves.
Yeah, well, we should just go meet up with the dwarf. I mean, it's like as neighbors, they should be willing to parlay.
Well, last time I ran across them, they said, stay out of here and never come back. So just a little worried that we'll get some crossbow bolts to meet us.
Well, strong walls make good neighbors. So, I think if we come with the intention of, to tone down the saber rattling, I think they will be amenable, hopefully. Or, we'll kill them all.
That is the other option, yeah.
Oh, I mean, certainly we should make them pay reparations.
Oh, yes,
for damages done.
Yeah, we will definitely be asking for a recompense for our fallen companion or our fallen land guy. I can't even think of a good term. Ranger. Yeah, that's good. Is that part of the Rangers Guild, or is that?
Yes.
Yeah, I assume so.
Now that you guys are now that Nurton is no longer happening, and 2, you guys are now a holding of the Kingdom of Vassith. The Rangers Guild is doing their patrols on the countryside, which include your holding.
Oh, okay. Wait, so is Nurton done?
Well, so before Nurton was full of the undead, and so the
Oh,
Rangers
right.
Guild was preoccupied with that, and so they weren't doing their patrols of the countryside.
But they're still placed around Nurton, doing the reconstruction and everything, clearing out and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, I really got to check on my my retainer.
I wonder if our halfling would mind being dressed up as a dwarf for the duration of this excursion.
Okay, I'm back.
So you agree?
You're
Don't
cool
know
with,
what I'm agreeing to.
you're cool with that, Nick?
Yeah. Because we're ready to go. We just need
Probably not. Just-
onboarding of the plan.
He was suggesting dressing up like a dwarf. Which 2 dwarves? I don't know. I mean, the height maybe, but the width might be an issue.
We'll just pad him out.
Something tells me they wouldn't appreciate a poser trespassing on their land.
Is this blackface?
This might be fantasy blackface, yeah.
Maybe we should be careful.
I mean, I just want them to confuse you for a dwarf long enough to not shoot us with crossbow bolts from a distance. Didn't really intend to keep up the ruse. But I guess if we're going to assume that we're not going to get shot, then it might actually hurt our chances here. So
I'm inclined
Sure.
to think that they'll be even angrier at me pretending to be a dwarf while also trespassing than if I were just trespassing.
all right, that's a plan. We'll do nothing and ride south.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna check out that cairn first.
Oh, where's that?
So
The
It's like that
location of
purple
the
dot.
Oh, one I drew. I can
So
move it.
at the border of the
Whoa,
southwestern
that's
side.
wild.
At the border of the southwestern side, the body is no longer there. There is blood though. There's blood, and there are tethers that have been cut that are just kind of scattered. But yes, what you see is stones stacked into a cyclopean monolith, and some of the stones are stained with blood.
A cyclopean monolith.
The cyclopean monolith, meaning they are made of rocks of uneven and dissimilar, not only uneven sizes, but dissimilar in shape. If you Google cyclopean build, you've probably seen it without actually knowing that.
Yeah.
Any indication of where the body was dragged off to?
Well, our allies found it, so it was probably laid to rest.
Gotcha.
Can I tell if this monolith like represents anything in particular more than the obvious? Or I'll get a like a closer look at it.
There, you don't really not necessarily more than what it is. Though you will say that it is a very striking monolith, and so obviously it's like meant to send a message.
Message received. So do we know, is there like a I don't know, like a place to the like an entrance to the dwarven territory?
You have, so walking by, when Guilford the Grand walked by, he did see some settlements, but the whole time he was there, you know, because you can see those settlements, they're actually up high on the mountain. But the whole time he was there, he was watched by the dwarven patrol.
Yeah, I think we were going to go look at them, and then we encountered the dwarves and got informed that would be a bad idea.
Yes, actually, now that I remember, you took this road down south, and then immediately took this road southeast back towards the kingdom. So you kind of went in this reverse, this L pattern.
So that way
I
then?
think if we go directly south, we should run into them quicker, though.
That is through an expanse of wilderness between both of you. This is, yeah, you're entering the neutral territory and not necessarily the intended path towards the dwarf kingdoms. So, you know, might have a stealth advantage, might also be seen as aggressive.
And we could just claim to be lost if they get too upset.
I say we ride. I'll ride at the front so they can see that a dwarf is coming. We just, you know, ride until we encounter. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Maybe sing in Dwarvish.
Ah, yes, good old dwarven songs.
Maybe
Really connects you with the land.
Maybe a song about not killing us on sight.
A good work mining song then.
What is the malted liquor? What gets you drunker quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer! That should let them know we're friendly.
Right? Dwarves love a good ale.
So, just, are you guys going directly south, or are you going to use the road?
We'll use the road.
I mean, it's also raining, so it does add time to travel off road.
Oh, it's raining. Okay, because I was gonna say
Horses.
perhaps we'd be able to track the direction that the I'll say execution party took. But if it's raining, that's gonna make it real hard.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to take the road.
Agreed.
So it makes it seem less threatening if we're using the road.
This is a diplomatic mission, ostensibly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And as you're walking by the road, this hunched over figure points out and says, "There's an old goat path." Anyways, never mind. Just thought of that for a moment.
300?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Don't know why, but as you guys were talking about which way to go, I was like thinking about that.
Surprised you didn't come up with like there's a fork in the road. I wouldn't use that road.
There are two guys, and one of them's like, "One of us always lies." Anyways, so you are going through the road. That takes less than an hour. So it's past midday. It's like early afternoon at this point. And you go down, and it isn't long. You walk pretty much a mile south down the road and get to just outside of Berry Pond, it seems. And that is where you encounter. Hold on, I'm setting up the map. More Red Dead Redemption horse conversation.
Why do you think
Good
that
old
guy was
dwarven.
telling us about a goat path? Do dwarves keep a lot of goats?
Well, yes, goats make cheese, and you can ferment the milk, create some interesting drinks. I was gonna say wine, or ale, but I don't know if you can actually make ale from milk.
I don't know if you would call it ale.
Well,
That
yeah,
usually implies grain, but I mean
yeah,
the Mongols would get drunk on fermented milk, so it's not crazy.
yeah, fermented something, whatever it is.
You can make kefir with it.
Mm-hmm. I made a batch of eggnog over Christmas, like
Ooh.
a 19th
Yeah.
century recipe that like there's no cooking involved. It's just
Oh,
eggs, liquor, and cream. Well, there's some sugar in there
okay,
too. Um,
but no
yeah,
cooking involved.
no cooking involved. It it was pretty good, but I don't know, something went wrong somewhere because it did like it curdled a little bit, which it's not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like it came back together just fine, but like So it wasn't like it went bad, and it didn't ruin the texture, but it did separate in a way that I think it's not supposed to do. Um, highly recommend y'all check out Tasting History on YouTube. That's where I got the recipe.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's really good.
And now that I think of the orientation of the map, this doesn't really make sense. You guys should actually be swapped, but whatever. We're gonna roll with this.
Well, we'll just put north on the bottom. It's
perfect.
yeah.
So you guys, yeah, it it's a winding path that goes through the mountains, and you see some movement up ahead, but then as you turn a corner, there's just a bunch of these dwarves. And these dwarves are all wearing like heavy padded armor. They have spears, shields, and skull caps. And all of their beards are super duper braided. Like, they look so good. Their beards are just
Ooh.
stunning.
Just dashing, huh? Therum is marveling at their beard. Their beard attire.
One of them steps up and talks in Dwarvish and addresses you, Therum, and says, "What do you want, Wildbeard? Why do you trespass on us?"
We have no intention of trespassing. We come from a faraway land and have made our home on the northern shore above the Kraken. We seek peace and camaraderie with you, our dwarven cousins.
Ha! Cousins! And they all start laughing. Ha 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 ha. There will be no peace with wild beards and lawn folk.
Wild beards? You mean beards that aren't well kempt? Well, I just haven't had a good shower in a long time.
You have no
But
pride.
long folk, I promise they're not bad. They're not. We are simply here to make a new home, and we wish to get along with all of our neighbors.
How are the
Is
peace
there anything?
negotiations going, Therum? Have they surrendered yet?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Guilford.
Another dwarf steps up.
What can we?
Another dwarf steps up. He's blonde. He's got crazy looking gray eyes. He's got big old blonde beard. Yeah, also very well dressed, but he's got these crazy eyes. And he like looks to the other. The other dwarf is blonde too, and a little bit shorter than this one. But this guy, he's kind of this dwarf. He steps up and he's kind of shaking and goes, "I say we just kill him. Yeah, just kill him. Yeah. Why don't we take him out right now?" And the other one goes, "Not now. We haven't exhausted all possible options. But don't keep, but keep that sword handy." This is all in Dwarvish, by the way.
Oh yeah, like I'm sure I can hear what they're saying.
Yeah, but like I don't think the rest of us can.
Is there any token of good faith we could give you, or perhaps quest we might be able to resolve for you in order to prove our good nature here to you? We wish to be good neighbors with you.
The more sane of the two blonde dwarfs turns to the taller, crazier one, and goes, "Look at that! They want a token, a good faith." And then the other one's like, I know it would be a good token of faith. The head of the king. King Warren Evenson, get his head on a silver plate now there. That's a token of good faith.
If I may ask, what quarrel do you have with the king of that realm?
The more sane of the two, the shorter one, steps a little closer to your horse, and he points behind you, or points in the direction of west, and he says, "You see all that?" And it's pretty much you can see Berry Pont, you can see Maurice's Reach, you can see the three cities, Accrington, Sutton, Ormkirk. You can see Peatsland and basically everything from this mountain. It's a pretty good vantage point. And you also see the castle Vassith. This all belonged to us until they showed up.
All of it from here to the castle?
So, Therum, it actually only takes you a few seconds to think about it. It's like, the castles are dwarven ruins. Like, a lot of the other stuff we've found is like dwarven construction. Like, yes, the elves lived here a time, but obviously dwarves built a lot of this stuff too. Including the runes where you live, actually. And also where you found that silver shield. And oh yeah, by the way, are any of you carrying that shield?
Silver shield? I am not at the moment.
Nope.
But I am carrying the Goblin Bane.
Okay, then never mind. That never comes up then. Well, that's less noticeable.
But I guess Therum would have caught on to. Yeah, it does dawn on him. Oh yeah, all these ruins that we've been visiting and whatnot. How long ago? These ruins seem to have been abandoned for eons. How long ago were you in control of this land?
Long time. Yeah, too long for most lawn folk to understand.
But only a few generations. Would you say? Of dwarven generations?
Give or take. So the other crazier, taller one, he's like, "Hey, what are you guys talking about over there? Can we kill him yet?"
Well, Therum thinks, well, why don't have you guys tried making peace with the king of the realm? We're strangers to we're newcomers to this land. We're not. We have had to prove ourselves over the course of many months to show that we fit into these lands, and we wish to do the same with you.
How about you take all your stuff and you just get on out of here?
I wish we could, but we have nowhere to go. You see, our home was destroyed by it was a natural disaster, right?
Yeah.
And we sailed here. We have no way to return home, and so we've decided to build up some of the old ruins over by the coast.
Everybody make a hear noise check.
Oh,
Hear noise.
listen at door.
And Therum, are you riding Lucky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys are talking, and Lucky kind of goes, starts unsettling.
What is it, Lucky? What's going on?
Excuse me, but I'm talking to you. I'm telling you to take all your stuff, and before he can say that, there is like the ground is starting to shake, and now the rest of the horses are kind of like.
I've learned to trust Lucky's instincts, so I yell at the dwarves, "What's going on?"
When the ground starts shaking, they also look around a little confused too.
Right there, tell them that we'll have to put off the banquet until after the earthquake. We should probably find someplace safe.
Yeah, I don't think sticking around here is. I think I take Lucky and we start to turn around and put some distance between us and the dwarves. It's because we don't know how they're going to react.
Hold up.
I assume
so
this is
you guys are kind of like I assume Therum, you're like trying to kind of gather the horses and kind of communicate with your fellow riders.
Yeah, to try to at least put some distance, because it seems the dwarves don't know what's going on either. And does this feel like an earthquake?
Yeah,
Or does it feel like
feels it? Well, it's not like a steadily rattling. It's like intense shaking and then stopping, then intense shaking and stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably move.
Probably move. Yeah. And since the dwarves also don't know what's going on, let's put a little. Is this? Can we just move back a little bit, like back here?
Okay. So, well, actually, that's Guilford's horse.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Guilford.
Guilford's horse stands firm. Therum and Tamron, your horses lose control and panic.
This is my icon, right?
Yep.
The little chubby guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You guys are actually stuck. So the only two people who can actually move are Guilford and Titch, because your horses are not panicking. But why they panic is the sound gets a lot louder, and then peering over the edge is a giant human head with gray skin and color.
What?
And it reaches up
Oh, no.
over the edge, and
Oh my.
the dwarf standing right here is like, no, and he gets flung.
That's him on the icon, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
He gets thrown and like, yeah, he
Thrown by
did
what?
not
You
survive
said it's
that.
just a head?
Huh?
It's just a head?
Oh,
The
no,
head
no.
is all we see.
Yeah.
Oh.
But eventually you see shoulders too. And yeah, this thing stands about. This is the biggest thing actually any of you have seen. Well, the Kraken was pretty huge. But this is like on land and it's closer to you. It's not like in the depths somewhere. This is like right here.
Bigger than Big Pete?
Oh yeah, right. Big man, you guys run into a lot of big things. No, this isn't bigger than Big Pete, but it is
Okay.
huge.
Guilford has a con that he is going to enact. I'm going to loudly say, aha! The human armies have arrived. You are all doomed. This is our secret weapon.
I don't think that's a human secret weapon.
Clearly a very large human. And
Could
it's
it be a
attacking the
giant?
dwarf. I don't know what that
roll
is.
an ish, guys.
We roll initiative as a group, right?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of you does, yeah.
Okay. Who's gonna take that honor?
I'll do it.
Guilford got it. All right.
I knew I was going to roll 6, so.
Well, you go first. The current situation with Therum. So, Therum, I'm going to move you back, cheater. You are stuck on that hex. You will have to take an action to try and get control of your horse. And same with you, Tamarin.
Okay.
But Guilford and Titch, you can pretty much do anything.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I guess I will. Can you ready actions in this game? I don't really know what the
You
dwarves
can
are
go
gonna do.
slow, which means like instead of
Okay.
attacking like on your initiative, you attack during the slow time.
But I wouldn't move and then go slow. I would just go slow.
You could move and then go slow. Yes.
Okay, then I will move and go slow. Yep. Get my longbow out.
Are the dwarves threatened by this thing, or are they more focused on us still?
Oh no, they are totally focused. Like one of their own, just like who was standing on the cliff, got picked up and thrown. Like no, they are.
Yeah. So they're not concerned about us.
No.
Like, okay.
Are giants bad guys?
Well,
yeah, most. It's kind of hard to. It's like dragons. Like it's. I don't know. You guys are more.
They have their own agenda.
Huh?
They have kind of their own agenda.
Well, it's more along the lines of like it's kind of like Big Pete. You know, you're encountering an ancient creature with unknown intentions, and he doesn't seem
dwarves
happy.
Usually have a beef with with giants.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
Even if they're not hostile to anybody else, they don't like dwarves, right?
That you're not necessarily. I mean, giants and dwarves live in mountains, so.
I mean, Guilford wouldn't know, but Therum might.
Yeah.
Know
I
what?
guess, yeah, you, Therum, yeah, you would know that basically since giants. This is a stone giant. You know that is a stone giant, because of its gray skin and it resembles a rock. And yes, stone giants and dwarves have always kind of been at odds with each other because they occupy the same habitat.
Does Therum... Would Therum kind of know of any way to defeat a stone giant? Because he's a dwarf?
Yeah, what you do is you throw a pie in their face and they'll walk off the cliff and die.
Yeah.
Let's go, Keen's Quest.
Yeah, I don't know how you take on a stone giant.
Why don't we just wait here and see what the dwarves do?
I was gonna say we leave and let the dwarves handle it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll come back later, and then
We could just.
I
kind
mean,
of
we still have to like actually try to control our horses and stuff too. But
Yeah, is there a way to
Yeah.
calm these horses down?
Yeah, that's going to be either. It kind of depends. Are you going to try and like overpower them? That'd be a strength check. That's basically like you really pulling on the bridles, forcing them, or charisma, where you're trying to, easy girl, easy.
Yeah, I'll try to use charisma to calm these horses down.
You can calm one horse down.
I'll use charisma to try to calm one of these horses down.
Okay, which horse?
Good question. So it's Tamarin and Guilford's horse.
no, Tamarin and Theram's horse.
Theram's horse. Who's closer?
I mean, they're both pretty much the same distance from you.
Distance from the giant.
Oh, Theram's horse, I'd say, is closer to the giant. Yes.
All right, I'll do Theram's.
Okay. Roll me charisma.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Okay. You are able to calm down Theram's horse. Theram, you are now in control of the horse. Lucky. Yeah, I guess it was Lucky who was freaking out.
Which is odd because you'd think Lucky would be. Lucky has been on many adventures with us.
Yeah, but that giant is like just one look at it is terrifying.
Yeah, I think Theram and Lucky are going to kind of retreat, but still like looking on to see like what the dwarves do about this stone giant. And I guess I switched to my sling because it's the only ranged weapon I have, but yeah. I don't really know what to do.
You can back up. I was gonna wait here to try to calm the other horse down, unless somebody else wants to try.
I mean, I'm riding it, so that's what I'm gonna do when it gets to my turn.
Oh yeah, well you can do that now. I think we all act together.
Yeah, we're all going together, so it is your turn.
Oh, right. Right. Boy, it's been a while since I played this game. So that's just straight charisma roll, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Easy, Dart. Easy, easy.
Okay, yeah. So then I'll ride away since all the horses are calmed down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Theram and Guilford still have an action, but
Can I also
We're
put,
waiting. I'm waiting on the dwarves.
right. Yeah.
can I also make a movement?
Yes.
Left their horse.
Looks like
Titch.
Titch.
Oops.
I guess if I have an action, I'll go slow because I want those dwarves to go first.
Okay. The giant comes down and he steps on this guy. The other dwarves kind of go into a little formation, kind of like an arc, as he's standing on the high ground. And this one and this one. Oh, and this guy backs up to about there. Perfect, yeah. And they all pull out rods, like they look like scepters, kind of, with like these ornate designs that have kind of these eagle claws coming out of both ends. And they start to glow blue, and they start firing at the stone giant.
Firing energy bolts, I take it?
Yeah, none of you are magic users, so you're not quite sure, but you know that it's some kind of magic item. But yeah, they're doing Harry Potter fights.
I did not know dwarves fought this way. Theron, do you have one of those wands?
No, I don't. I don't have any sort of rod like that.
Okay, I'm not really sure who
Okay.
to attack.
Guys, I don't
They look
think we
upset with Theron.
guys, I don't think we want to tangle with these guys. I don't think we want to tangle.
No, I think just like wait and see. This is clearly a beef between them and the giant.
I don't think that's a good idea either. I think we need to go.
Yeah, we'll come back.
They all have magic wands.
Okay, but I finally have a chance to throw something really far. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get a goblin grenade to this giant. And if it falls short, yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Okay.
I saw that we had goblin grenades in our loot, and I couldn't not think of the old magic card that we've just got, like goblins hanging out that we will,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, as needed, just throw.
Yeah. I guess since we're before we just run, I guess next round we'll probably just run. But I'm gonna unleash a sling round, just for good measure. What is that? 60 feet.
Sure, I'll do that too.
What's the
make
range?
make sure that
It'll be
giant's
medium
good and
range,
pissed.
so no modifier.
Huh? 60 feet's no modifier.
Medium range, so no modifier.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the sling.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Oh, and it's a sling, so it does double damage.
I think it's gonna say sling, but it's actually a goblin grenade.
Theron, you use the sling and throw it, and it hits true, getting right between. It's biblical.
Biblical.
It's biblical.
Literally David and Goliath stuff.
Yeah. It's the sling basically goes right between the eyes. There's like a satisfying crunch. Like, it was a good shot. And then Titch, you also hit it in the head. Doesn't it kind of nicks off one of his stony rock parts, but still like is reeling. And then Guilford, you throw that grenade, but because the giant was reeling, it goes over the giant's head onto like just slightly higher. there's like another cliffside behind the giant, and you blow up that cliffside, and the whole mountain begins to shake. And one of
This
the
was
dwarves screams, "Avalanche!"
Run, 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 run.
I have dispersed the dwarves.
Oh gosh,
possibly
are
the
we in
giant.
it? Actually, are we in a canyon or are we on the high ground?
You're in the canyon.
Oh, okay. For some reason, my brain was inverting everything.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yep, same here.
Okay.
What? Oh, yeah, guys, the yellow part is. Oh, huh.
Yeah, in my head, this looks like the high ground, and this looks like the low ground.
Yeah, I just assumed that sand was on the bottom and that rock was on the top.
Yeah, it's anyway.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the weathered tops of mountains and then the rocky nooks and crannies below.
Got it.
Okay.
So these guys are up on high ground.
Yes.
Got it. Well,
I see. And the giant is peering over the lip of the canyon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's actually kind of on the side of because he stepped on that one guy who was down on the ground, so he's kind of like he's kind of leaning on the wall.
Kind of clambering down a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm not sure that we need to move, but those dwarves probably should move out of the way of the avalanche.
Why don't all of you guys just make some dexterity checks?
Oh, okay.
Because yes, there is a rock slide. It's like you just as you see the giant losing his footing and disappearing under the dust cloud, that's when you guys realize that the canyon is filling with rocks. So yeah, you all try to turn. Okay. Therum and Titch. Therum take 3 damage, and Titch take 1 damage. You both. So I'm gonna go back to the overworld map. You guys do ride a bit, but you lost Lucky and the other horse.
No.
Like lost as in they're dead, or lost as in they're back there?
Lost as in they what happened was they panicked, and as they were jerking around, you guys weren't able to keep your balance. You both fell off. The horses just kept riding. Oh, yeah.
Wait, but we calmed him down.
After the rock slide, though.
Oh.
Rock slide was a new. Basically, all the horses were like, "Oh, I'm getting out of here."
Okay, so we could theoretically find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had I, by the way, had I healed when we started this game?
You have rested 1 day, so you should have 1d6 plus 1 hit points back.
1d6 plus 1 hit points back. Okay. Let's /R. Oh, okay. So up 2 and then down 3. Okay, so I'm at 5.
And just so you know, I will point to the map. So you guys kind of went up north on this road. The horses actually made a beeline northwest through the rough terrain. Probably heading back towards... Well, Lucky is probably heading back towards the West March. So yeah, you got 2 horses somewhere in the wilderness between the road and the West March. And it's raining. and it's past. It's now it's now mid-afternoon.
Yeah, we'll just follow those horses when we get a chance.
Yeah.
And I guess, we can bring a second rider onto these horses for now, right?
Yeah. Easily, Tamarin and Therum can share a horse easily. But yes, 2 humans could also share a horse.
Okay, yeah. Well, the 2 remaining horses will haul up the 2 compatriots and then just try to ride after wherever the horses went.
So you guys brave the wilderness.
Calling for Lucky.
Oh, so you're
Whis-
yelling.
And
I
number 2.
like the whatever whistle
No,
or call that we make for Lucky, because Lucky is a trained horse.
We need to get back to Westmarch and let them know that there is to be no peace with the dwarves. They're not interested in relations. They're fantasy Nazis, basically.
We don't need relations. We just need like a ceasefire and like a
Yeah. We just need them to not want to kill us.
Also, I don't think we technically know what their deal is, because Therum never told us.
Yeah, that's a good
I guess
point. That's a good point.
whatever
That
you
whole
assume in your head.
conversation was in Dwarvish.
We've just heard a lot of Dwarven,
And then we were interrupted by a stone giant.
Yeah. So we'll get, when we get to safety, we can get Therum's take.
I think they're going to be very grateful that I saved them from a stone giant, assuming any of them survived my saving them.
Assuming you actually did. I mean,
But that's what I meant by assuming any of them survived my saving.
no, I mean also assuming that actually killed the stone giant. We didn't stick around to find out. He could have just
Didn't
been
the stone giant
he
flee the
he
avalanche?
could have just been merely inconvenienced by getting buried in what's to him basically sand. I'm just saying, like, it's not guaranteed
I
that
think
the
I saved
stone
them from the
giant
stone
is
giant.
dead.
I'm pretty sure that happened.
Until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
We'll go back and say you're welcome as soon as we get a chance.
The people I buried in the avalanche? Yeah.
Well, hey, we could get a bunch of free rods later.
That's what I was thinking. Actually, maybe we want to split up. Because I have the Ring of Invisibility. You guys could go after Lucky. I could go and try and retrieve some of those rods.
Yeah, if you want to.
But we only have
they go retrieve them.
We only have 2 horses and 4 people, though.
You guys take the horses. I can't sneak with a horse.
That's true. Yeah, if you want to go check out the scene and see what happened before we catch the horses and come back.
Well,
you guys make sure to make, like, I don't know, break twigs or whatever. Do the standard, we're leaving a path thing.
blaze a
So I
trail.
can find you again. Yeah. Breadcrumbs out of the rations or whatever.
So in the distance,
I mean, I think we like the first order of business. I think would have been getting a report from Therum about the conversation, right? So like, we would have gotten the download about what was said.
Guilford would not have waited for that. He is worried that A, the dwarves are going to come back and retrieve the rods before he gets them, and B, he just assumed everything worked out fine.
So Guilford's off doing that. We can get, while we're looking for the horses, we can hear Therum's account.
Yeah, and inform
And
everyone what's going on as we're riding around
and
looking for horses.
and having heard Therum's account, Tamron feels the need to report back because this is like brinksmanship, I think is a good term for that. It like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's a delicate situation, and in order for Westmarch to remain safe, it needs to be handled
Yeah. I mean, my read is sort of like
delicately.
they have a bunch of abandoned ruins that have been repurposed. But then they're like, oh, well, we were there at some point, so this is all ours.
Mm-hmm.
But so we just have to convince them, like, yeah, I mean, you don't live there anymore. But we are not going to come take the places where you live if, you don't cross, neither of us engage each other in this tract of land between our two territories.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, there is sort of like a DMZ here with the forest already, right?
Technically, you guys settled in the DMZ. Like, the old DMZ was between Maurice's Reach and Dwarven Kingdoms, and then you guys just went slightly to the west of that.
Yeah, that's why I think we, like, our community is best suited to create lasting peace.
But also
Although maybe
is sort of the instigating issue with their aggression. So
Yeah, well, we just have to be like, well, hey, we're not going nowhere, and this is where we don't fight each other.
Okay, you guys are surveying the area, taking tracks, trying to figure out where the horses went. Well, I'm going to just do Guilford really quick. Guilford, you returned back to the collapsed pass.
Mm-hmm.
The landslide is pretty devastating. You're pretty sure that this way is blocked off now to most things. You can try and climb over the debris and get a better look, but as you're walking down the intended path, you eventually run into a pile of rubble that you can climb up, but there's no way like a horse could get through here now, or a cart.
That's perfect. That's kind of like we can't be invaded from this direction anymore. But I will climb up to get a look around. I'm looking for dwarves that got crushed by this.
Roll climb check. Climb up. It does. There's definitely some blood in the debris and some holes that look like they were recently dug. You don't notice anything moving. Why don't you make a wisdom check?
Oh, not my strong suit. Oh, but I can get lucky.
So yeah, nothing moving, but you do see like a suspicious looking mound. And you dig a little bit and there's a dwarf. He's wearing a skull cap. He's got a shield and spear. And in his hand is one of those scepters. But he is dead. He is very, very dead. He not only has all sorts of abrasions all over his body, but you know, like he probably suffocated in the time that
I'm
it
sorry I saved you too hard.
took. But yeah, he's got one of them.
All right. I retrieved the rod, and I assume this was the only casualty of my efforts. So I'm going back to join the party.
Okay. Party. You have determined that yes, they have gone in the northwest direction, over the mountain pass. Though you did feel like waiting for Guilford to come back, just so you guys don't split the party for this combat encounter. Ha!
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh,
So yes, you guys close in on where you think you can hear them, and they are in the rough brush at the foot of the mountains. And as you approach it, you can hear the horses are clearly in distress, and you see them circling. But that's when you notice the other four figures that are moving around them. And yes, they are lizard men, and they seem to be herding the horses. Perhaps they just want to ride the horses.
With their mouths. I'll yell, back away from our horses.
The lizard
Reach
men look
for
over.
the sky.
The lizard men look over and hiss. Roll initiative.
oh. Who rolled initial last time?
I think Guilford did.
Hmm.
I can do it. Six, baby. That's 2 6
Ooh.
initiatives in a row.
Oh, nice.
You go first.
For Cosgrove and the West March. And then charge in on our cool horse. On my horse.
Are you making a melee attack or a ranged attack?
Melee attack. I'm going to get in and try to hit him with a mace.
So you're making a charging attack then?
Sure. I've never attacked on a horse in this game, so I don't know how that works.
So
I'm charging them.
So what you're gonna do is, I believe the horse can move 240 feet in an encounter. So oh yeah, by the way, though that ditch there is is rough terrain, so that is 10 feet of movement rather than just 5 feet of movement. But I think you can make that regardless. And then you make a normal attack roll, but you then make a strength check. What weapon are you using?
A mace.
Okay. So yes, make your go ahead and move your guy into position because I'm fairly certain. And the horse. Wait a minute. Shouldn't there be more than one horse? Or
Yeah, I don't know where.
I don't know where the other one is.
Oh no. Hold on.
And we're doubled up, so you're coming with me.
There's the other horse. Oh, is Therum also making a charging attack?
Yeah, I guess we'll make.
Oh yeah, if I'm on the horse with you, then yeah, I'm going in with my Goblin Bane and making a charging attack.
Okay, so both of you make your attack rolls, then make your strength checks.
Oh, this ought to be fun. Ah!
What were the odds?
How did I
This is
botch my
not a
strength
good
check?
showing here.
I got a 5 and 6 damage.
Make your strength check.
5 is 0 damage.
And a 3 on my strength check.
Hey.
Therum. You go to strike. Not only do you miss the lizardman, but in the process, you're unable to hold on to your goblin blade, bane, and
Ugh. Do I drop it?
right over there.
Oh,
You don't drop
goes-
it, you throw it.
yeah, it goes flying. Holy cow.
Tamrin's going to dismount.
No choice but to leap on top of the lizard man.
Yeah, Guilford and Tamarin still have actions.
Okay, Guilford's just gonna knock an arrow and fire it. One. Whee! There goes my arrow.
There goes my arrow.
Watch it as it goes.
Tamarin, you used a move action to dismount, but you still have an action.
Okay, I also have a bow, so I'm going to fire that off.
Which one?
I have a short bow.
Oh, right. But which target?
Oh, well, let's see. If I dismount on this side, then I have a relatively clear shot at this ugly mug over here, which is 85 feet. Don't really know what that.
That's medium range, I think.
Okay.
Yep. You strike an arrow, goes right into his right shoulder. Lizard Man turns to, was already like kind of looking in your general direction, but now he's specifically honed in on you, Tamarin, and he's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that was everybody's. The horse's turn. Let me roll for the horses. So the other horse just kind of panics and hangs out in the same hex, but Lucky seems to gain some bravery and comes over to help out Therum.
Yes.
Bursts into golden flames, and his hair turns yellow.
He's supersonic?
Super Saiyan. SSJ Lucky.
But yeah, unfortunately misses. But, still a good showing. Now the Lizardman's turn. Lizardman attacks you, Therum.
Oh no. I don't like that.
Get hit for another 3.
Oof. Yikes.
He rolled a natural 20, by the way. That's why I didn't bother asking for your AC.
Yeah. Well, I'm at 2 HP.
The other 2 Lizardmen miss, and the 4th Lizardman is climbing out of the ditch towards you, Tamarin. Your guys' turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll dismount, bring up my shield, and then attack again. Do I just stay in the same hex?
Yeah, okay.
I assume that I can't use a shield and a mace on a horse, right?
You can.
Oh, well, I'll just stay on the horse then. But I got my shield up.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, I'll dismount so I don't have to throw my mace somewhere.
Yeah, that's the risk you take. Unless you had a lance. A lance specifically is meant for charging, and you don't have to make that roll. Nice.
20?
Yeah, it's not double damage though. But it's a good hit. It's a guaranteed hit. So, you with real good precision, you're able to lock in. It's only a grazing blow, but it was pretty accurate. So it's you did rip his skin open a little bit.
Oh, I did 6 damage before.
It says 3
Or
damage.
no, I didn't. Oh,
Three-
never mind.
yeah, it
I
says 3
missed.
damage.
I missed on my last. Did I miss on my last attack?
Yeah, you missed on your last attack.
Oh, okay. Okay, 3 damage.
Oh wait, we didn't even bother rolling for initiative for this round. Let's keep rolling, keep going with it. You guys are still going first, so yeah.
I guess
Oh, this
I
is another
use.
round?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just forgot to say roll initiative, but we'll just keep your guys's.
I guess I use my
I will
mace
knock
at this
another
point.
arrow.
Okay. So it's just Therum, you just strike, and the lizard man backs up just enough to get out of your reach. But it was a good swing.
Ugh.
I shoot this guy.
If I wasn't nearly dead, maybe I could get a good swing in.
Why are you up there fighting if you're nearly dead?
You galloped in. Oh well, not you,
Oh,
but
me.
I galloped in.
yeah.
Well, the lizard man did crit on him immediately.
Yeah.
Given that
true.
Therum is almost dead, I will actually shoot this one instead.
Shoot which one?
The one next to Therum.
Hmm.
I didn't realize he was that bad off.
Okay. So after hitting that lizard man, your arrow, again, pretty accurate, goes center mass, actually goes into the sternum. And the lizard man kind of coughs out some green blood, but he's still kicking. But he is bleeding profusely. And Tamron, I think you're the only one with a turn left, and then I'll do the horses.
I'm just gonna keep shooting at that same.
It's short range now, so
I'm
you
on
get
it.
+1.
Sweet.
And you shoot, but it just goes just wide.
Oh. Okay, that's distressing.
The lizard man closes the distance, but isn't able. It had to use both its. These lizard men are fairly slow. They move better. They move a lot quicker in water than they do on land. They move like a crocodile on land. They just kind of awkwardly shuffle. So yeah, this one is kind of like huffing and puffing as it gets to you, but he does close the distance towards you. And oh yeah, and the horses. What do the horses do? I'll say this horse comes around and tries to intercept the lizard man. Misses. Misses. Horse number 3 misses. Horse number Lucky. Lucky hits and kills.
Yes. Good lucky.
Way to
Lizard.
go, Lucky.
Now the lizard men attack. Right. The horses and lizards were going at the same time. Lizards attacking the horse. That's what I meant to refer to. They both miss. This horse is dodging and weaving those two lizard men. Okay, now roll initiative.
All right, I'll go. Oof. Okay, maybe I should stop rolling.
They go first.
It'd be like that sometimes.
One lizard man misses, but the other lizard man hits the horse. The horse is looking in bad shape, but still alive. The lizard man kind of leans down with its big giant alligator mouth and takes a bite out of the back of the neck. And then the lizard man, ignoring the horse trying to fight him, goes after you, Tamarin, and misses. Again, tries to lean down and bite, and just like a few inches in front of your face there, you can feel the force from the snap of his mouth. And that's their turn. So yes, two lizards missed, one hit the horse. Horse is looking in bad shape.
And the the lizard man next to me is dead, right?
Yeah, Lucky stomped on it.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you add the +1 for your short range there, Guilford?
Yep, that's with everything.
Okay, then yep. Shot goes wide.
Natural 1.
Miss. Nothing else bad happens, just miss.
Theron's going to mount Lucky and start riding around in circles around these two lizard men. I assume that takes up my action and movement.
Yeah. Give me a dexterity check. Okay. What I will say is, you ride out about here, and you pull that lizard man away.
Okay.
Did everybody go? Everybody went. Okay. Noonish? Oh, the horses didn't go. You took control 1. The other horse tries to fight off the lizard man that's biting him. Hits the lizard man. Does a bit of damage. The lizard man's got this hoof-shaped cut into its chest, but still moving. Oh, and the other horse, that was this lizard man. And then this horse also hits.
Good horse.
Yeah, and now this lizard man, he's, after getting hit by the horse, he's looking a little worse for wear too. The fourth horse, we'll just say, just kind of circles around the lizard man's corpse confused. And now roll an ish.
Okay, I'll take it this time.
All right.
When I find it.
It's in the combat section on the right.
All right.
Thank you.
Character sheet has to be big.
Huh. You wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected?
We don't use a turn tracker, so don't worry about it.
How come none of y'all got that warning though? Or is it just a
did.
personal thing on my
No, we all got it.
okay. Well anyway, 3.
Yeah, you guys still go first.
Cool.
Oh, good.
Um,
Let's see here.
Well, I'm gonna switch to my short sword. Can I do that and still attack, or
Move action,
is
move
it
action, change weapon, action, action, attack.
sweet? So I'm gonna swing a sword at the horse. No. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't like
not a natural 20, but a pretty high roll. Your short sword. So you know the lizard man actually tries to go in to bite you again, and you. Wow, all of you. Oh, well, 2 of you at least.
I
Ah.
did get a natural 20.
Nice, nice.
I'm gonna knock his block off.
Yeah. Can I stab him in the mouth? If I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, that's
if
where
this
I was.
is okay. Sweet, sweet.
So yeah, it kind of goes in lower to bite again, but this time you anticipate it and you just do like a thrusting action with your sword, a la Gladius, like a Roman soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it goes right into his mouth, and there's like this splash of blood before the lizard man's eyes, dilate and he slumps over.
Oh, I bet that sound is awful.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually makes this retching noise. Yeah.
All right. How far can horses move on their action?
240 feet.
Oh, holy cow. All right.
But remember, that rough patch in the middle is 2 hexes worth of movement.
Okay, but still 240 feet is like basically the entire map.
Yeah, you can move across the map pretty easily.
Okay. What about the lizard men movement? Can they move 40 feet in an action?
No. From what you've observed, they move less than 30 feet.
Okay. Then I am going to go over here. Oh, one more. Because that's 40 feet. And I'm going to fire my sling at that guy. At that guy.
Okay.
So I short range, I need to do +1 threshold modifier.
Yep.
Okay.
Shot goes wide.
And the lizard man next to me is still alive.
Yeah. He's hurt. He's with your mace. You were able to get a good shot in the midsection, ripping some scales off. But he's got a big old wound that he's bleeding from in his midsection, but he's still kicking. But the horse gets to attack. Oh my gosh! And the horse. Wow, guys, that's like. No, that's only 2 of the. I was gonna say, is that all 3 lizardmen killed by horses? No.
The horses are getting their revenge.
No, but they are coming in clutch as the MVPs of this round.
That's right.
Because like I assume I maybe wouldn't have killed that lizard man if the horse hadn't also jacked him up for me.
I think this was a good investment.
Mm-hmm.
Our
We should
horse friends.
definitely blow gold on getting all of them barding too.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it might be worth it.
Considering that they're like effectively war horses, the way this is going.
So the lizard man on his turn runs away, or tries to. You guys on your horses could easily catch up, but he runs away.
Tamron doesn't care. Let him go.
I'm gonna
It's
go
It's
out.
not worth it.
I'm gonna take a parting shot at him as he's running away.
Okay. Whoa, and that's
Oh,
with the sling?
Oh my!
Sling does double damage, so yeah, wow, just like the giant, you crack the back of his head and he falls down.
all right.
Dang, what was that like 3 or 4 natural 20s in this game, in this session? Like
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive.
Well, they got 1 and we got 2.
The horses.
The horses didn't get any. The lizardmen got 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. But then there was one against the stone giant too. It was,
Mm-hmm.
just seems like an above average number of 20s.
Yeah. Made up for those ones that I rolled.
So the lizard men, I'm guessing, are nude.
Yeah. They don't have much in the way, and they have natural weapons, so they don't. Yeah. The only what you've noticed with the lizard, where possible lizardmen treasure are, is wherever they eat. What you've observed is lizardmen like to incapacitate, and then bring whatever they have. Like you guys actually haven't seen it firsthand, but you've seen the aftermath. Like you've gone to a lizardman's hideout and seen like a pile of bodies that have been stripped of like flesh and bone. But like obviously their belongings are left kind of scattered among debris.
Would it be possible to backtrack to their lair?
Not with all of them dead.
Gotcha.
And it's raining, so it's
Yeah.
But you do know that, the lizardmen typically hang out in the ruins. You've heard that. And they also hang out on the coast, and you guys are pretty much in Lizardman Central.
Can we skin them?
No one's ever... they're like crocodiles.
Yeah, lizard skin boots, dude.
And so, like, you're saying lizard men, but these are like creatures, right? They're not like
They're humanoid.
They're humanoid, but they're animals. They're not. They don't have like a society that in the same way that.
I think a little bit.
Do they have a language?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure they're basically only slightly more intelligent than crocodiles. But I'm looking at the languages now, see if there's a lizardman language.
They're lizard men, not man lizards.
I think they ranged from like 5 to 7 intelligence back in old school D&D. So smarter than animals, dumber than people.
Yeah, looking at here we go. They do have a language. Okay, so yes, they do have some kind of culture. You haven't observed that per se. What you have observed is they coexist with each other, but not play well with others on the account that they want to eat others.
Well, Victor goes the spoils. I'm gonna skin these smart boys.
Yeah, we have horses to carry him back to camp. We could make some good, good leather products out of that.
Roll me some dexterity.
All of us?
Anyone who wants, you'll get 4 chances for 4 different lizard man hides. and it's anybody who wants to roll.
Is anyone particularly dexterous and would like to skin?
No thanks.
I could give it a shot.
All right.
I
Yeah,
only have 10 dexterity, so
yeah. I have
Theron would
14.
go for it, but
I have 14. I'll take 2, and then you want to take 2?
Sure. Mm-mm.
dang, nice work.
You have 4 intact lizard man hides.
And going back to camp or wherever we're staying probably is best. I'm nearly dead, so I need
We
to
have that
tend to my wounds.
roll, but I guess maybe not waste it if we're done. If we do get into another combat on the way back, you should strongly consider reading that scroll to Therum.
Yeah, I'd rather save the scroll if we're gonna be. It's not an emergency situation.
Yeah, well, the stream's nearly 3 hours, so I don't think we'll have time for another combat. To peel back the meta a little bit.
All right. Let's go back to our old stomping grounds and I guess sleep the night.
So you guys return to West March.
Yes.
The water ripples violently from the rain and the tide. The atmosphere is a little somber at the camp. Obviously, everybody at the camp at this point has heard what occurred. So yeah, people are worried.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least the dwarves should be licking their wounds from that avalanche for a little while.
That's only gonna delay them.
We'll
Yeah.
regroup and if we have, especially if we have more dwarves, maybe we can talk some more sense into them.
Oh, I should mark down that I got this rod.
Therum's a young dwarf and not necessarily the most wise or intelligent, so
So
Does it feel like I can use this rod?
put on unidentified rod. Not without detecting it. Oh wait, you have a dwarf. Roll me an intelligence check, Therum.
oh. Nope.
Well, it's a dwarven artifact, that's for sure.
Well,
Maybe
I've got a detect magic thing in our hall if we ever want to use it.
yeah. I'm sure one of the other dwarfs could probably read it. Stickbeard or
That's it. The only
Yeah.
other dwarf that's been made is dead.
So I want to put it to the group. There's 1582 gold coins left. And then getting barding for all these horses is 900 gold. I didn't earn all this gold. I think it might be a good investment, but I'll put it to everybody.
But isn't there different levels of barding? What level of barding is that?
No, it just says barding. AC 5.
Yeah,
Provides
there's
the
only
animal
one
AC
one
5.
level of barding.
Okay.
What's everybody's thoughts? I don't know if we need to spend a lot of gold on other stuff. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like I don't have the authority to unilaterally make that decision.
I don't
I mean,
have a
how
strong
much?
opinion on it.
How much was the barding for each horse?
150.
150. So if we got, based on what we've already spent plus the barding, I mean that's what, like half the gold? About?
About, yeah. There would be 682 gold coins left, which is a lot.
It's still a lot. Plus, like we've got, is it
But they're horses for everybody.
how
I
much?
mean, we got 6.
How much
so we
silver?
can-
Right? How much silver in a gold? Is it 10? 10 silver to make a gold coin, or what?
Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of money here, and
And we did spend a bunch, we converted this whole camp area into our new home, investing in horses with their bardings isn't a bad, we have a home set up, so that's good. It's not
Yeah.
like we're saving up for that anymore.
yeah, um, it does seem like I'm in favor. I'm a vote in favor of
Yeah,
buying
let's do it.
the horse
Okay.
armor.
We'll do it. That's 3 and then silence, which probably a yes.
All right. I think we'll just end it there. Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Thank you for
Yeah,
hosting.
thanks
Yeah.
Glad I finally got to come hop back in. And Sam, great to play with you finally.
Yeah, you too, man. I'm glad I ran into you. I told Cliff that that I guilt tripped you into coming, which
Yeah.
I didn't really. I just brought up that I was
Yeah.
showing up,
No, there
glad you
was
made
it didn't take any external guilt. There was plenty of from all the missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to say, I really want to try to get grain to the community up north. I haven't been able to do that. I'm worried about them.
Well,
Could give them lizard meat.
not necessarily the most appetizing. Yes. Thank you, chat, for watching. And if you wanted to keep up on all serious industry streams, the best way to do that is to give this channel a follow. Alternatively, you can follow us on Discord and Ko-fi. We have those links on my page if you wanted to look into those. There's also the website, ShatteredEmpire.net. Shattered Empire is a post-apocalyptic interstellar synthwave-fueled space sci-fi tabletop RPG set in the distant future where humanity struggles with the sudden loss of a once great empire known as the Interstellar Nexus. After an event known as the Cataclysm, the central capital systems were consumed by cosmic dust. Knowledge and technology is hoarded while scavengers and pirates become the highest growing industry. New factions rise from the crumbling infrastructure and only cause more destruction as everyone vies for survival. Players can take the roles of scavengers exploring derelict ships, space pirates robbing and pillaging, bounty hunters capturing space pirates, or mercenaries doing the dirty work of whichever faction pays the highest in the Shattered Empire. And with that said, again, thank you all. This is Abacus Fish, signing off.